Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Pod. My name is Marco.
And my name is Catherine, and today we have an elementary level lesson for you guys out there.
That's right. Today we are going to talk about an interesting topic, especially for women. We are going to the nail salon.
Okay, so we're going to get our fingernails painted. All right, so let's take a look at vocabulary preview to find out what nail salon means.
Vocabulary preview.
All right, so if you go to a nail salon, it's a specific place where they paint your nails, right?
Exactly. So it's a shop or a store where you can have your nails painted. So they have special people to help you.
If you want to go get your hair cut, you would go to the hair salon.
Exactly. So we have hair salon and nail salon. In this case, at the nail salon, they can't cut your hair.
Okay, very good. So why don't we listen to our dialogue for the first time?
Honey, I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
I told you already. I'm going to get my nails done.
Again? You just went last week. You spend more time at the nail salon than you do here at home. Honestly, why do you need a manicure every week?
Well, first of all, I like to pamper myself, and my nails look great. You should come with me.
Why? I don't want to have nail polish or anything like that.
They don't only paint my nails. The manicurist will remove my cuticles, file my nails, and apply at least 4 coats of nail polish.
Yeah, sounds like something I should definitely do.
All right, we're back. So now we found some very interesting and specific words related to nails. So why don't we look at those now on Language Takeaway?
Language takeaway.
All right, so this first word is an important word for every woman to know, and I know a lot of men who get this too. It's called a manicure.
All right, manicure. And what exactly is a manicure?
Well, a manicure is a service that you get at a nail salon, and that means that the people at the nail salon will cut your nails and shape your nails. That means if you want them to be pointy or boxy, and then you get them painted and dried.
Okay, so they basically take care of your nails, of your fingernails, a manicure.
Exactly. And so the important thing to remember here that a manicure is for your hands.
Right, so you can also get your toenails or your feet taken care of, right?
Exactly. So that's different. That's a pedicure because pedi means foot. So pedicure is for your feet and a manicure is for your hands.
All right, very good. And well, we talked about painting your nails, and that paint has a specific name, right?
Exactly. So you wouldn't use wall paint on your fingers, would you?
Right.
So you have to use a special paint, and this is called nail polish.
Nail polish, okay.
So a polish is something that makes a surface or a thing shiny. Okay, so nail polish is a paint that makes your nails very shiny.
All right, very good. And well, moving on, we talked about a manicure, and there's a specific word for the person that provides this service, that takes care of your nails.
Okay, so the job at a nail salon is manicurist. That's the person who paints your nails, okay?
All right.
And so you could say, I have a favorite manicurist. Her name is Sally.
Okay, very good. And well, manicurists, they perform a manicure. And well, apart from painting your nails, they also push your cuticles or remove your cuticles, like in the dialogue. What are the cuticles?
Okay, cuticle is a very hard word. This word describes the skin around your fingernail. Okay, so you have skin all over your body, but on your fingernail you have special kind of skin. And so a manicurist will sometimes push or cut the dead skin, that's the cuticle, from your finger.
Okay, very good. So if you look at your fingernails now, you will see a little thin layer of skin on your fingernail. That's the cuticle. And well, apart from removing your cuticles and painting your nails, they will also file your nails. And this is a verb, to file.
To file. Okay, so this is a word that's kind of like cut or trim, but a file is a more delicate process. So it means that we kind of shave off very, very, very little at a time. And so To file your nails means to make them shaped differently or to smooth them. They're not cutting, clip, clip, clip. It's not that. It's a little bit less than that.
And now there's also a noun for this, a nail file. And most women will usually have it. It's a long piece of cardboard that has a paper that's kind of like sand on it, kind of like sandpaper.
It doesn't feel good when you rub it with your hand.
With your hand. But if you use it on your nails, it will little by little just take away little parts of your nail. Yeah.
Like that.
You usually see it, the many secretaries, in TV shows, they're always filing their nails.
Exactly, making them perfect.
Okay, so those are the words we have for language takeaway. Why don't we take a look at our dialogue again, and we'll be back in a little bit.
Honey, I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
I told you already. I'm going to get my nails done.
Again? You just went last week. You spend more time at the nail salon than you do here at home. Honestly, why do you need a manicure every week?
Well, first of all, I like to pamper myself, and my nails look great. You should come with me.
Why? I don't want to have nail polish or anything like that.
They don't only paint my nails. The manicurist will remove my cuticles, file my nails, and apply at least 4 coats of nail polish.
Yeah, sounds like something I should definitely do.
All right, we're back. So now why don't we start with some phrases, some very good phrases that we found in this dialogue in Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
This first phrase is really important when we talk about nails because it's the way that we describe going to the nail salon. So I can say, I'm going to get my nails done today.
Okay, so to get your nails done, that means that you're going to get your nails cut, filed, painted, etc.
I'm going to get a manicure, but that's very, serious. So you could say, I'm going to get my nails done. It's more spoken language.
Okay, so I'm going to get my nails done, or you got your nails done. Very good. And well, the woman was talking about why she likes to go get a manicure, and she said that she likes to pamper herself.
Okay, this is very common, especially when women are trying to talk about why they spend money on hair and nails and clothes. They say, I like to pamper myself. To pamper means to treat very, very well.
Okay. So if you go get a manicure, it's kind of like pampering yourself, or maybe going to a spa.
Exactly, or getting a massage. And so we could say also, don't pamper the dog. He's very naughty.
So a synonym would be to spoil.
To spoil oneself, to pamper.
Indulge. Okay. So, and, she was talking about how they perform a manicure, and she talked about 4 coats of nail polish. So a coat, we know that it's a kind of like a jacket, right? But in this case?
Yeah. In this case, it means a layer. So you paint your nails one time, okay? You have color. Maybe it doesn't look right, okay? It's very thin. So you say, okay, I'm going to paint 2 coats, and then you paint one more time, and the color gets darker. And you paint one more time, and the color gets very dark and very thick. And so these are called coats. That means layers of nail polish, and it's a special word we use when we're talking about painting our nails.
Right, so it's not only for nails, but if you're painting your house, maybe you need 2 or 3 coats of paint.
Exactly. If we have a red wall and we want to paint it white, we definitely need 2, 3, maybe 4 coats of paint. Otherwise, we'll still see the red.
Okay, very good. Very interesting phrases. Let's take a look at this dialogue for the very last time, and we'll be back shortly.
Honey, I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
I told you already. I'm going to get my nails done.
Again? You just went last week. You spend more time at the nail salon than you do here at home. Honestly, why do you need a manicure every week?
Well, first of all, I like to pamper myself, and my nails look great. You should come with me.
Why? I don't want to have nail polish or anything like that.
They don't only paint my nails. The manicurist will remove my cuticles, file my nails, and apply at least 4 coats of nail polish.
Yeah, sounds like something I should definitely do.
All right, we're back. So, Catherine, are you a big fan of manicures? Do you get it done often?
I didn't used to, but I really enjoy them now. I think it's a nice way to relax on the weekends. So every couple of weeks, I go to the nail salon and I get my nails done.
All right. And I think one of the words that we didn't talk about here, but it's very, I don't know, for men, it's kind of a strange smell, is nail polish remover. The acetone, right? It's a very strong chemical.
It is really disgusting. Nail polish remover, the word to remove means to take away. And so when the nail polish, we want to change the color, we have to use this. It's like water, but it smells really bad. And so my boyfriend always gets angry when I use the nail polish remover because the whole house starts to stink.
It's a very strong smell, and you get kind of dizzy. So that's why.
It goes into your head.
All right. Well, if you guys have any questions, any doubts, or any suggestions about this lesson or any other lesson, please come to our website, englishpod.com, and we'll see you guys there.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word.
Have a manicure. Get someone's nails done. Treat with excessive indulgence. Pamper. Smooth with a file. File. Cover. Surface. Coat. To place in contact with. To lay or spread on. Apply.
Let's try that faster.
Have a manicure. Get someone's nails done. Cover. Surface. Coat. Treat with excessive indulgence. Pamper. To place in contact with. To lay or spread on. Apply. Smooth with a file. File.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Get someone's nails done. My girlfriends and I are getting together tonight to get our nails done. Get someone's nails done. At the birthday party, the girls did each other's nails with purple nail polish. Get someone's nails done. Your nails look horrible. You should go to the manicurist to get your nails done before the wedding. Pamper. I like to pamper myself every once in a while. Pamper. He pampers her with flowers and chocolates all the time. Pamper. She likes to pamper her dog. She buys him pillows and toys and gives him treats twice a day. File. The manicurist filed my nails until they were smooth. File. He filed down the rough edges of the piece of metal. File. She keeps a nail file in her purse at all times. Coat. The new coat of paint was fading already. Coat. I waited until the last coat of nail polish dried before putting on my gloves. Coat. The apple had a coat of melted sugar around it. Apply. My manicurist applied a clear base coat, 2 coats of color, and a clear top coat on my nails. Apply. He applied a new coat of paint on his truck. Apply. The child applied 2 stickers to the front of his notebook.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Pod. My name is Marco.
And my name is Catherine. So, Marco, what are we talking about here today?
Today, we're going shopping again.
We go shopping a lot here in English Pod, but this is an upper intermediate level lesson, so
Right.
we've got some very specific terminology to cover.
Exactly. We're going shopping for a digital camera, so we're going to be talking about very specific, maybe a little bit technical vocab related to this very fascinating and expensive product.
All right, I'm very excited. I recently purchased a camera, but we won't talk about that yet. Let's take a listen to the dialogue for the first time, and when we come back, we can talk about some of the really interesting details.
Hello, ma'am. Can I help you find something?
Yes, actually, I'm looking to buy a camera.
We've got a wide selection. Do you know if you'd like a point and shoot or something a little fancier? Are you shopping for yourself or for someone else?
Actually, I'm buying a camera for my husband.
Ah, well then I'd recommend a nice entry-level digital SLR.
Yeah? Can I take a look at the SLRs you carry?
Sure thing, follow me. This here is
The Canon EOS. Yeah, it's okay, but I'm looking for something that performs better in low light, has a better display panel, and longer battery life.
The Nikon D60 is a nice option.
Yeah, but what kit lens does this camera come with? I don't want some bulky telephoto lens.
Well, this one has the,
Looks to me like an 18 to 55mm lens. Pretty standard. That'll do. Not like my husband will be stalking celebrities or anything.
can I interest you in any
Accessories? Do you carry polarizing filters?
polarizing filters? We should. I'm sorry, ma'am. Looks like we're sold out.
No, you're not. There are some right here.
Oh, well, would you look at that? Polarizing.
Like I said, but there are some very important words that anyone who wants to buy a camera should know before they go into the store. And these are common across the board. So let's take a look at these in today's language takeaway.
Language takeaway.
All right, so in language takeaway today, we have our first difference. Now, it's very important to know the difference between point and shoot camera and the digital SLR.
Okay, so digital, everyone knows digital now, right?
Right.
That's the kind of photography we have. You don't use film, okay? It uses a memory card to record digital images. But point and shoot are those little cameras where you just click and it takes a picture. There's no lens, there's no additional lens, there's no special add-ons. It's a small rectangle and you just take normal pictures. And that's the kind of camera that like my mom uses.
Like
and that,
everyone usually
I have it in
has
my
those.
purse and whatever. It's
Yeah.
just easy to use. But the digital SLR is a kind of camera that's like the old SLR where you have an attachment of you have a body and you have a lens and they're just much fancier and you have to do a lot more on your own to make a nice picture.
Now, SLR, that's an acronym. Do you know what it stands for?
So an SLR is a single lens reflex camera. And that means that there's a lot more you have to do as the photographer to make sure that the picture comes out well.
Right. So it's really interesting because you can actually play with the lens, like the focus and, how much light you want to allow it to go in. And there's a lot of really, sometimes a little bit difficult things that not many people understand.
Exactly. And so I think that's why it's good to do some research before you buy one, because there's so many differences across the different cameras.
Okay, now both on digital SLRs and on point-and-shoot cameras, you have something that's called a display panel.
That's right. So a display panel is usually covered in plastic, and it's the area that tells you how many pictures you've taken, how many pictures you can take, if the flash is on, if you're doing an automatic setting. So it's like the little computer monitor that tells you what's going on with the camera.
Usually after you take a picture, you can also see how it came out, right, in that moment.
Exactly. And so a lot of times with these fancy cameras, you want to know how big the display panel is, and how good the quality is in the display panel. Because obviously if you take a picture and it shows up bad in the display panel, you want to take a new one.
Right.
But what if it's the display panel that's broken?
Right. Okay, very good. And that's actually one of the great advantages of digital cameras, that you can actually see how your picture looks like.
Exactly.
In that moment.
Instant gratification.
Nice. All right, now when she was looking to buy this digital SLR, she mentioned something about a kit lens.
Okay, this is fancy camera terminology, right? Because if you buy a point and shoot, there's no lens. It's just the camera. But if you're buying a fancy digital SLR, you can buy the body, which means the machine, but there's no lens. So normally stores will sell cameras with a kit lens. That means they make a kit, or they make a combination for you.
So it's the body and the lens.
Exactly.
But if you want, you can buy the body and the lens separate. Maybe you want a really fancy lens.
Exactly. So what's the kind of fancy lens we might buy?
A telephoto lens.
Ooh, so these are the really big lenses for super close-up shots from a distance, right? So you think of maybe professional photographers or photojournalists who have these kind of lenses. They're big and they're bulky and they're not for traveling.
Usually you see them in like sporting events, right? They're on the side of the field and they have these big white, they're usually white lenses on their cameras. So you can actually take a very close picture of the action that's far away.
Exactly. And it's really good for those kind of things where you have action or where you're trying to get close-ups.
And now if one of these accessories that could go well with a telephoto lens or any digital SLR is a polarizing filter.
Okay, so filter is something that takes certain elements out of something else. So we can filter coffee, for example, and it takes the coffee grounds out and leaves the water. But in a camera, a polarizing filter is something we put onto the glass of the lens to change the way that light goes into the lens.
Okay. So in this way, you take a picture maybe of a very sunny day and it will look differently if you didn't have this filter.
Exactly. And you can also have a UV filter, which does similar things with UV rays in the sunlight. And these are just filters or things you put on the camera, and polarizing means that you're splitting up, right, the kind of light that goes in.
Okay, very good. Very technical terms, and but they're very useful, especially if you're looking to buy one of these cameras and you're not very familiar with the terms. But why don't we move on now to some very interesting phrases that we saw in the dialogue on Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
All right, so on Fluency Builder, our first phrase today is entry level. What's an entry level digital SLR?
Okay, well, entry level is something that we can use for any kind of purchase, so any kind of thing that we buy. In the case of a camera, an entry level is not for an expert or professional. It's something for someone who's buying one for the first time.
So like for beginners.
For beginners. So entry level is like entry, beginning, starting. We can have an entry level job where you don't need training or experience, right? An entry-level camera where you don't need long experience with fancy cameras.
Or training to know how to use it. Okay, very good. So that's an entry-level camera, but as you mentioned, we can also use it for the job, an entry-level job position. All right, what about our second phrase?
Okay, so this one goes with the telephoto lens, right? She says, I don't need a telephoto lens. My husband doesn't need a telephoto lens. It's not like he's going to be stalking celebrities.
Okay, so we have this verb here, to stalk.
To stalk, that means to follow someone around.
Okay.
And to look at them and to watch them and to not leave them alone.
Now, she mentioned this because this is a very, very interesting and closely associated topic with photographers. You know, you have the paparazzi who follow celebrities, and they have these big telephoto lens so they can take pictures of celebrities without them knowing.
Exactly. And so you imagine someone in a tree with a big telephoto lens taking a photo of someone famous who's, half a mile away. And stalking celebrities is something that's a bad thing, right?
Yeah, it's bad.
But it's
and
very
also
common.
illegal, I think.
And I think it's illegal. Yeah.
All right. And what about our last phrase?
Would you look at that?
Well, he said it in a very surprised tone, right? Kind of like he didn't really expect to find the polarizing filters.
Right, so he's embarrassed, okay? Would you look at that means, oh, wow, I'm surprised.
Right.
All right, so it's awkward, right? So you could say, Marco, you got a little bit of food on your shirt. You've had it for an hour.
Oh my God! Would you look at that? Oh, the
That's
beans
really,
I had
that's really embarrassing. I've got food on my, right?
on my shirt.
So this man who works at the store, he's embarrassed because he didn't know something he should know.
Okay.
And so he says, oh, would you look at that? How funny. I didn't see those.
Now we can also maybe use it in a sarcastic tone, right? If I tell somebody, can you bring me my glasses that are on the table? And they're like, I can't find them. They're not here. And then I find them. Would you look at that? Here they are. Right?
On your head the whole time. That's my
Okay.
mom. Would you look at that? I was wearing my glasses the whole time.
All right. Very good. So why don't we listen to the dialogue for the last time, and we'll be back to talk about digital SLRs.
Hello, ma'am. Can I help you find something?
Yes, actually, I'm looking to buy a camera.
We've got a wide selection. Do you know if you'd like a point and shoot or something a little fancier? Are you shopping for yourself or for someone else?
Actually, I'm buying a camera for my husband.
Ah, well then I'd recommend a nice entry-level digital SLR.
Yeah? Can I take a look at the SLRs you carry?
Sure thing, follow me. This here is
The Canon EOS. Yeah, it's okay, but I'm looking for something that performs better in low light, has a better display panel, and longer battery life.
The Nikon D60 is a nice option.
Yeah, but what kit lens does this camera come with? I don't want some bulky telephoto lens.
Well, this one has the,
Looks to me like an 18 to 55mm lens. Pretty standard. That'll do. Not like my husband will be stalking celebrities or anything.
can I interest you in any
Accessories? Do you carry polarizing filters?
polarizing filters? We should. I'm sorry, ma'am. Looks like we're sold out.
No, you're not. There are some right here.
Oh, well, would you look at that? Polarizing filters.
Thanks for your help, Ralph.
No problem, ma'am.
All right, we're back. So you mentioned you recently bought a digital SLR camera. How's that working out?
I'm loving it. I have to actually train myself on how to use it because I used to have an old film camera that had it was actually a Nikon as well, and it's different using a digital SLR. There's a lot of things you can do that are very fancy because you actually there's a computer inside essentially. So it's I'm getting used to it. It's fun.
And what about the difference in pictures, like from a point and shoot to a digital SLR? Does it really make a great difference? Are you very happy with it?
There is a big difference, and part of the difference is that you can control every aspect of the photo, okay? So my digital camera was a small little Canon, the little, what are they called? The power shoot? And it took great pictures because, these cameras have amazing pixel quality, right? They have like 7.1 megapixels or like 9.1 megapixels. So the quality is really good, but everything looks the same. If I have my digital camera, my digital SLR, I can frame a shot and I can focus on one person but make everyone else blurry. I can really make more artistic photos, whereas the point and shoot is great for parties and for
just like everyday stuff.
Everyday stuff, exactly.
Now, what about traveling? You have a dilemma there, right? Because you visit very beautiful places where you would love to to take very nice pictures with a digital SLR, but at the same time, the inconvenience of it, of actually, because they're pretty big, all of them are pretty big. So where would you go on that? Would you use the point and shoot or the digital SLR?
Well, that's a good question. One of the reasons that I picked the lens that I did is because it's not immense, but I really want to be able to do some like landscape photography, and I travel a lot. So I think it's worthwhile to suck it up and just take the camera, because otherwise, why did you buy it, right?
Yeah, that's true. All right, so an interesting topic here on English Pod, and I'm sure a lot of our users travel around, like to take pictures, or maybe are experts on digital photography. So why don't you come to the website englishpod.com? We'll see you there, and until next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word.
Any compact, non-SLR camera with non-interchangeable lenses, using automatic settings and simplified controls. Generally desired by novices and casual users. Point and shoot. Try to persuade someone to buy, do, or eat something. Interest someone in. A transparent optical device used to converge or diverge transmitted light and to form images. Lens. A camera lens filter used to control the plane of polarization of light entering the lens. Polarizing filter. Simple and appropriate to an inexperienced person. Entry level.
Let's try that faster.
Simple and appropriate to an inexperienced person. Entry level. A camera lens filter used to control the plane of polarization of light entering the lens. Polarizing filter.
Hello everyone and welcome to English Pod. My name is Marco.
And my name is Catherine, and today we're talking about a very important day in a couple's life.
That's right, we're going to a wedding, and but this time it's not going to be so romantic because actually the groom is having second thoughts about the wedding.
Okay, that means he's nervous and he's not positive he wants to get married today. So remember, the groom is the man, the bride is the woman. Let's jump right into this dialogue, listen to what's going on, and when we come back, we'll be talking about some of the words and phrases you've heard.
Man, I'm freaking out. You gotta help me.
Whoa, take it easy, relax. Jeez, you're sweating like a pig. What's going on?
I can't go through with this. I just can't. I'm not ready for marriage. What was I thinking? I'm only 35 years old. I've got my entire life ahead of me. Adventure's waiting. I can't settle down yet.
What are you talking about? It wasn't more than a month ago that you were rambling on about how you are tired of living the life of a bachelor and how you envy your friends that have a family.
I know.
Let's think this through. First of all, you cannot leave Amy at the altar. Not only will she be humiliated and kill you, but she is the woman that you love and the woman of your dreams. Why would you want to end that or jeopardize it like this? Second of all, you were just getting cold feet. You know deep down inside that you'd want to marry her. So cut the crap and do it.
You're right. I'm being crazy. Okay, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Great. Whew. That was a close one. You had me going there for a minute. I thought I was gonna have to slap some sense into you. Alright, we're back, so he almost didn't get married, but luckily you have a good friend to help you out.
Exactly. So this friend really saved the day, made sure that the groom didn't get too nervous, and had some really positive words. So let's take a listen to some of these marriage words in today's language takeaway.
Language takeaway.
All right. So as you mentioned, we have this word marriage. Now, marriage is the noun form, right, of actually getting married or to be married.
Right. Marriage is the noun, the word that describes the relationship between two married people. Okay. And so you have a relationship, maybe you're dating, but once you get married, the thing between you as a man and a woman, that's your marriage.
Your marriage, okay.
So you could say, our marriage is in danger.
We need to work on our marriage.
Exactly. Or we have a happy marriage.
All right. Okay, so that's marriage. Now, if you get married, and this guy, he mentioned a phrase which was to settle down.
To settle down. This is a very important phrase. To settle down means to get serious, mature, and to stop living like a child. It means really to have a house or to start having kids. It's a time in life.
So to settle down is to become more stable, right? As you say, to buy a house, to have a family, to stay in one place and not be so adventurous or stuff like that.
Exactly. So it's to calm down and to be more fixed in life.
All right. Now, the opposite of this would be to be a bachelor.
Right. So bachelor is a single man, someone who's not married. And you often hear this term when we talk about apartments. So bachelor pad is an apartment that's specific to a single man. Usually there's lots of video games and a fancy TV and a pool table.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. All right. So bachelor, we had a lesson about this called bachelor party.
Right. Which is a party for a man right before he gets married.
Okay.
And bachelor is a special word for a man who's not yet married.
Okay. Very good. And now as they were talking about not getting married, he said that you can't leave Amy at the altar.
So you often hear this in movies, she got left at the altar, or you can't leave her at the altar. This word altar is actually religious. Altar is the table in a church where the priest does all of his work.
Right.
All right, so an altar is a special religious table.
So usually two people will stand in front of an altar and get married, right, with the priest who is doing his thing there.
Exactly. It says, do you, Joe, take Samantha to be your bride, blah, blah, blah. So that happens at a special place called the altar.
Okay, very good.
It's also common in the normal mass, like on Sundays.
Right. Okay. And for the last word or phrase today, it's to get cold feet. You're just getting cold feet.
Okay, so this is a very funny phrase in English because it doesn't actually mean that your
cold.
feet are cold,
right?
So cold feet means you're nervous about something. You might change your mind.
Okay.
Okay, so people often talk about men and women getting cold feet before a wedding.
But you can also relate it to any other situation, not only getting married, right?
Yeah, for example, I'm going to go jump out of an airplane tomorrow. Okay, fast forward tomorrow. Oh no, I have cold feet. I don't think I want to jump out of an airplane.
Okay, so that's to get cold feet, to have second thoughts or doubts about actually doing something.
Exactly, cold feet.
All right, so why don't we listen to our dialogue again? Let's keep a lookout for all of these words, and we'll be back in a little bit.
Man, I'm freaking out. You gotta help me.
Whoa, take it easy, relax. Jeez, you're sweating like a pig. What's going on?
I can't go through with this. I just can't. I'm not ready for marriage. What was I thinking? I'm only 35 years old. I've got my entire life ahead of me. Adventure's waiting. I can't settle down yet.
What are you talking about? It wasn't more than a month ago that you were rambling on about how you are tired of living the life of a bachelor and how you envy your friends that have a family.
I know.
Let's think this through. First of all, you cannot leave Amy at the altar. Not only will she be humiliated and kill you, but she is the woman that you love and the woman of your dreams. Why would you want to end that or jeopardize it like this? Second of all, you were just getting cold feet. You know deep down inside that you'd want to marry her. So cut the crap and do it.
You're right. I'm being crazy. Okay, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Great. Whew, that was a close one. You had me going there for a minute. I thought I was going to have to slap some sense into you. All right, we're back. So now why don't we take a look at 4 key phrases that we found in this dialogue on Fluency Builder.
Fluency builder.
This first one is a really great phrase because it's very Well, it's easy to picture this, what we're describing. Sweating like a pig.
To sweat like a pig. Okay, you're sweating like a pig.
All right, this is a way to say that someone is sweating a lot.
A lot.
Okay, and it's really gross or disgusting.
Now, do pigs actually sweat?
I don't know if pigs actually sweat, but you imagine someone smells bad and they have, sweat on their face and their back and their arms.
All right, well, sometimes don't you say you're sweating like a dog?
You could also say that. I guess we like animals in English, but this is just a really great way to say that someone is really sweaty.
All right. And, well, he was sweating and he was really nervous because he said, I can't go through with this. What does he mean, go through with this? With what?
To go through with means to actually do something, okay? So maybe I say, I don't want to jump out of an airplane. I can't go through with this. Okay, I can't jump. So it depends on what we're actually talking about.
Okay.
If we're talking about a wedding, you say, I can't go through with this. I can't get married.
So if you're planning a robbery, you say, well, in the last minute, I couldn't go through with it. I backed out.
Right, I can't complete what I talked about doing.
Okay. And now the friend, he finally gets kind of angry and he says, cut the crap.
Oh man, this is a very common phrase.
All right.
This is someone says this if they don't want to listen to you complain anymore, okay? Marco, cut the crap, okay? I don't want to hear your excuses. I don't want to hear your complaints. I want to just hear
Solutions,
ideas, positive
right.
things.
So to cut the crap is no more complaints, no more excuses, or no more talking nonsense.
Exactly. And this is common among teachers and, well, parents.
Yeah. All right, so cut the crap. Now, it's not very polite, right? So you wouldn't really say it to your boss or like a friend.
Cut the crap is kind of rude, and it's very spoken language, so I wouldn't write it down. And I would not use this with someone who is like a teacher,
Yeah, like an authority.
You don't use it with them. They might use it with you.
Okay. And for our last phrase, he said, whew, you had me going there for a while, or you had me going there for a minute.
Okay, so this is a really interesting phrase. We use this a lot in English, but it's not clear from listening to it what it might mean. So you had me going there in this sense means, oh, I was really nervous for a minute. I
really believed what you were saying.
Exactly. So maybe we could give an example, Marco.
All right.
Did you know that yesterday I won the lottery? I mean, I won like $1 million and I had the perfect numbers.
Oh my God, really? Can I have $1 million?
I would love to help you out, man, but no, I didn't actually win $1 million.
You had me going there for a minute. You
actually believed me.
I did for a little while.
You believed me. Okay, maybe not. He's not that gullible.
That gullible. All right, but that's what it means, right?
To believe someone's story or to think that something's going to happen even though it doesn't.
Right.
You had me going there. That means what you thought was going to happen didn't happen.
So you can use it in the third person. It's like, yeah, I was telling him this awesome story and I really had him going for a while.
He really believed me.
Right.
And then I told him it wasn't true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great phrases. Now let's listen to our dialogue for the last time and we'll be back to talk a little bit more about getting cold feet.
Man, I'm freaking out. You gotta help me.
Whoa, take it easy, relax. Jeez, you're sweating like a pig. What's going on?
I can't go through with this. I just can't. I'm not ready for marriage. What was I thinking? I'm only 35 years old. I've got my entire life ahead of me. Adventure's waiting. I can't settle down yet.
What are you talking about? It wasn't more than a month ago that you were rambling on about how you are tired of living the life of a bachelor and how you envy your friends that have a family.
I know.
Let's think this through. First of all, you cannot leave Amy at the altar. Not only will she be humiliated and kill you, but she is the woman that you love and the woman of your dreams. Why would you want to end that or jeopardize it like this? Second of all, you were just getting cold feet. You know deep down inside that you'd want to marry her. So cut the crap and do it.
You're right. I'm being crazy. Okay, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Great. Whew. That was a close one. You had me going there for a minute. I thought I was gonna have to slap some sense into you. All right, so this is a popular scenario, right? Somebody at their on their wedding day, they get cold feet and they they back out.
TV, movies, books, everyone loves the situation.
Have you ever actually heard of or experienced or maybe known of somebody who actually left the bride at the altar or the groom at the altar?
I don't know anyone who did that. Luckily, I think it's really sad.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think it's really that common.
No, but there was a movie just about this. So there's a woman, Julia Roberts, who tries and tries and tries to get married, but never can. So it's called Runaway Bride.
Right.
Because every time she goes to the altar, she gets nervous. She gets cold feet and she runs away.
Right.
So they call her the Runaway Bride.
I can't imagine this actually happening to someone. I mean, you have all your family there, your friends.
I know, it'd be so embarrassing.
It's amazing.
And expensive.
Exactly, because you've already paid for everything.
So do you get to eat the cake if you're the one who's left behind?
I think so. Everything's paid for, right?
Exactly.
And drink all the liquor. All right.
Oh.
So that's all the time we have for today. If you have any questions, any comments, you can come to our website at englishpod.com, and we'll see you guys there.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word.
A party of people at a wedding. Wedding party. Become nervous and reconsider a decision. Get cold feet. Lose one's nerve. Freak out. Long and careful examination of one's thoughts. Soul searching. Remind someone to stay calm. Slap some sense into.
Let's try that faster.
Long and careful examination of one's thoughts. Soul searching. Become nervous and reconsider a decision. Get cold feet. Lose one's nerve. Freak out. A party of people at a wedding. Wedding party. Remind someone to stay calm. Slap some sense into.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Wedding party. They planned their crime, but couldn't go through with it. Wedding party. You can't go through with this. We are going to be arrested. Wedding party. He had his doubts, but in the end, he went through with the divorce. Get cold feet. I was going to tell him, but I got cold feet. Get cold feet. I can't believe he got cold feet on his wedding day. Get cold feet. I was about to complete my work, but I got cold feet, and I came clean. Freak out. I'm sorry I freaked out in the last moment. Freak out.